Okay, I'm going to be working out problem number 13. In this case, you have Andrea selling a pair of shoes, and for each pair of shoes she sells, she's earning commission. Now, just like I've taught you, the word commission means earned extra earnings. She earns extra earnings on each particular pair of shoes that she sells. So the problem gives you the ticket of how much she gets paid before and how much she gets paid after her commission. So you kind of have to break down the problem. In this case, she's getting paid $35 for overtime. So within here, they embed also $35 for the overtime. Okay. So Andrea works at a shoe store, and she's getting paid $175 each time she sells a pair of shoes. So $175 times the pair of shoes. If she sells one shoe, okay, so then she would get $175. If she sells two shoes, so every single time you're multiplying it times $175. So in this case, before I put any variables, I'm just gonna put down the word shoes in parentheses. And then also, let's see, the pay slip shows the pay last week before and after her commission. I'm also gonna add $35 because this is her overtime pay. Okay, so I gotta add in a total at the end. Now I'm trying to decide which total do I add. Do I add the subtotal or do I add the final total? Anybody have an idea? Okay, in this case, I'm gonna add the last total. Okay, and I'm gonna turn this problem into an equation. Now, I got to this dilemma where I ran into the problem of setting up the equation, and I got to this particular total. Now, as I reread the problem, I figured out my own mistake. This total represents everything that's happened after you add the $35, right? So if you do your math correctly, okay, if you do your math correctly and you send this over here, you should end up with what's 281.75 minus 35?
246.75.
246.75. Okay, and it's two different totals here. Do you guys see that? Now, if you wanted to figure out which one tells you how many pairs of shoes were sold, you got to look at this total. Okay? Before you even start considering the commission and anything extra, to figure out, I'm sorry, not the commission, the overtime. Okay? If you wanted to figure out the commission, you have to look at how you solve for commission. Okay, and they're giving you $1.75 for each pair of shoes that they sell. In this case, we called it X, and that's gonna give you this subtotal. Okay, so now you end up with this particular situation, and it's a lot easier to handle. How do you leave the variable by itself? You divide it by 1.75, right? Because that gives you 1, right? But whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. And in this case, the answer is 134. That's how you get D. Okay? Hopefully that particular problem didn't confuse you too much. And if it did, go ahead and email me, and I will answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.